Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, or how hard you try to be kind and compassionate, there are always some people who simply can't stand you? Perhaps you've noticed that the most capable and outstanding individuals, those who are intelligent, kind, or extraordinarily talented, often face a disproportionate amount of criticism, hate, and negativity. Why is it that those who shine the brightest are also the ones who attract the most darkness? Today, we will delve deep into this intriguing paradox and explore the spiritual dynamics at play. We will uncover the 8 reasons why some people will never like you, not because of who you are, but because your spirit, your very essence, disturbs their inner darkness. Before we dive in, if you're new here and passionate about exploring the deeper spiritual aspects of life, please consider subscribing to our channel. Join our community of wisdom seekers and stay connected for more enlightening content like this. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's get started. Reason number 1. The disturbance of inner potential, your light as a threat. When you begin to recognize your inner potential, something profound happens on an energetic level. You start vibrating at a higher frequency, manifesting your true capabilities, and this can cause significant discomfort in others who haven't yet tapped into their own potential. This isn't just about jealousy or envy. It's a visceral, almost primal reaction to your energy. In spiritual terms, awakening to one's inner potential is often seen as a deeper connection with the divine, or a purer essence of being. This transformation involves developing innate abilities, increasing intuition, and gaining a profound understanding of your life's purpose. Such an awakening not only makes you stand out, but also serves as a glaring contrast to those who feel stuck or threatened by change. This differentiation can ignite feelings of envy or hostility from people who view this awakening as a painful reminder of their limitations or unresolved fears. For example, imagine you're in a workplace setting where you've just realized your potential and started to excel, showcasing innovative ideas and solutions. You might notice that some colleagues become unusually cold or distant. They may even gossip behind your back, not because of what you did, but because your growth highlights their stagnation. In their minds, your success becomes a mirror reflecting their own fears and insecurities. They may misinterpret your spiritual and personal success as an indictment of their own choices, amplifying feelings of resentment and hostility. Your light, your growth, and your awakening are not just qualities that define who you are. They serve as powerful catalysts that can illuminate the hidden shadows lurking in the depths of others. When you embrace your inner strength, embody your true potential, and radiate your authentic self, it creates a contrast that can be deeply unsettling to those around you who are not yet on the same path of self-discovery. Your very presence becomes a mirror, reflecting back to them the parts of themselves they may have been avoiding, their insecurities, fears, and unfulfilled dreams. Reason number 2. The aura of presence. Why your energy? Both inspires and irritates. Chosen ones often possess a remarkable presence that transcends the ordinary. This presence could be an aura of peace, a serene confidence, or simply an energy that seems to illuminate any room they enter. In the spiritual context, this presence is often viewed as a manifestation of divine alignment, or an expression of the inner light everyone carries, but not everyone reveals. This spiritual glow can cause the chosen ones to be seen as special or different, attracting both admiration and resentment. Consider the spiritual leaders, healers, or even ordinary people who have embraced their spiritual journey fully. Their mere presence can bring about a sense of calm and inspiration in some, but it can also trigger envy and hostility in others. People struggling with their own insecurities or who feel lost on their spiritual journeys might perceive this light as a harsh reminder of their own shadows or perceived flaws. This contrast can lead to envy and resentment, because rather than being inspired to seek their enlightenment, these individuals might choose to project their frustrations onto the chosen ones. This projection often manifests as hatred. It's easier for them to lash out at the embodiment of what they wish they could be, than to turn inward and confront their insecurities. Think of a time when you were in the company of someone truly remarkable. Their energy was palpable. Their presence was undeniable. Perhaps it made you feel uplifted and inspired. But it could also have stirred something else, a discomfort, a comparison, an internal question about why you don't possess the same glow or serenity. Now magnify that discomfort in someone who is deeply insecure or struggling with their path. The chosen one becomes a beacon of everything they are not, triggering a cascade of negative emotions. Reason number 3. The resilience that provokes. Strength as a catalyst for resentment. Resilience is another hallmark trait of the chosen ones, deeply rooted in their spiritual journey. This isn't just about surviving adversity, it's about thriving through it, emerging stronger and wiser. Dolores Cannon highlighted these traits as common among individuals advanced in their spiritual journeys. These individuals often face significant challenges that test their strength and faith, but continue to pursue their path of spiritual growth, even when it means facing painful obstacles or misunderstandings. This resilience and determination can be seen as a threat by those who prefer the comfort of complacency or feel insecure about their ability to confront similar challenges. The ability of the chosen ones to persist, to turn adversity into learning opportunities, and to keep moving forward in their mission can provoke envy and resentment in others. Imagine a scenario where you've faced a significant life challenge, perhaps a serious illness, the loss of a loved one, or a major setback, and you've not only survived but thrived. You've taken the lessons from these experiences and grown spiritually and emotionally. Now consider how those around you might react. Some may admire your strength, but others might feel threatened. They may resent your resilience because it highlights their inability or unwillingness to face their own challenges. In some cases, this resentment evolves beyond mere internal discomfort and grows into a deeper, more active form of hostility. What begins as a subtle, unspoken feeling of unease or jealousy can quickly transform into a conscious or unconscious decision to dislike or even sabotage you. For these individuals, your resilience, strength, and ability to overcome obstacles serve as a glaring reminder of their perceived shortcomings and unfulfilled potential. Your unwavering commitment to personal growth highlights the areas in their own lives where they feel stagnant, powerless, or fearful of change. Reason number 4. The mirror effect, reflecting the inner conflicts of others. Chosen ones often act as mirrors for those around them, reflecting the inner conflicts and insecurities that others carry within. This reflective quality is not a conscious choice, but a natural consequence of their authenticity and spiritual transparency. By living their truths and faithfully following their spiritual paths, the chosen ones can inadvertently highlight the areas where others feel lacking or failing. In the spiritual context, it is believed that every person carries an inner light capable of illuminating not only their own shadows, but also those of others. When the chosen ones illuminate these shadows, they can inadvertently cause discomfort or fear in people who aren't yet ready to face or acknowledge their inner dilemmas. This can lead to feelings of resentment or even hatred, as it becomes easier to attack the mirror than to confront the truth it reflects. Consider a situation where you're in a social setting, and you notice someone who seems to embody everything you're struggling with internally. Perhaps they are open, loving, and confident, while you are battling self-doubt and fear. Their mere presence can feel like a challenge, a silent confrontation with your unresolved inner conflicts. This discomfort might lead you to distance yourself from them, or even harbor unspoken resentment. Now, imagine being that person, the chosen one, whose very existence acts as a catalyst, compelling those around them to confront the parts of themselves they'd rather keep hidden in the shadows. For these chosen ones, merely walking their path with authenticity, courage, and integrity can provoke a profound sense of discomfort in others. It's as if their light shines too brightly, revealing the cracks and flaws that others try so hard to ignore or suppress. To be such a person is to carry a heavy burden, one that is often misunderstood by those who feel threatened by their presence. Reason number 5. The paradox of authenticity. When genuine kindness breeds contempt. The authenticity and empathy displayed by the chosen ones are qualities that can paradoxically attract both admiration and resentment. These traits emanate naturally from individuals aligned with their spiritual purpose and who live authentically. They interact with the world genuinely, without pretenses or masks, which, in many contexts, would only be seen positively. However, authenticity can, in some cases, highlight a lack of these qualities in others. People who struggle with their authenticity or frequently wear social masks may feel threatened or exposed by the transparency and sincerity of the chosen ones. This can trigger uncomfortable introspection or even denial, leading to feelings of hostility or resentment. Imagine being around someone who is unapologetically themselves, who speaks their truth, who lives without fear of judgment. If you're someone who constantly worries about fitting in or maintaining a certain image, this authenticity can feel like a threat. It's not that you dislike the person, rather, their freedom highlights your chains. Their authenticity exposes your facade, and instead of being inspired to break free, you might feel a surge of resentment. For the chosen ones, this dynamic can be both confusing and painful. You are simply being yourself, living in alignment with your values and beliefs. And yet, you find yourself at the receiving end of unjust hostility. It's a paradox where your very kindness and genuineness are met with contempt instead of camaraderie. Reason number 6. The target of projected negativity, the burden of being chosen. The mere fact of being identified as chosen can make these individuals targets for projected negativity. This often stems from the belief or perception that they have a special purpose or a divinely guided mission. While this label can be a source of inspiration and strength for the individual, it can also attract scrutiny and envy from others. In many spiritual traditions, it is believed that those destined to play significant roles in humanity's spiritual development face challenges commensurate with their mission. This includes not only external obstacles, but also the projection of negative feelings by others, who may see these chosen ones as a threat to the status quo or a rebuke to their own life choices. Consider the story of any great spiritual leader or enlightened being. Their journey was never without trials, not just from external forces, but from those closest to them who could not understand or accept their path. These leaders often faced betrayal, misunderstanding, and even violence, not because of their actions, but because their very existence challenged the norm, the status quo. Similarly, in a modern context, you may be seen as a beacon of hope or change, but also as a threat to the comfortable inertia of others. Your progress, your spiritual journey, your chosen status can become a lightning rod for others' frustrations and fears. The negativity they project onto you is not yours to bear, but it becomes an inescapable part of your journey. Reason number 7. Implicit prejudice and misunderstanding, the weight of soul memories. Another layer of complexity is added when considering the concept of soul memories and past life influences. According to Dolores Cannon's teachings, souls carry memories and traumas from previous incarnations, which can profoundly affect their interactions and perceptions in subsequent lives. In this context, the chosen ones can be misunderstood or face prejudice due to resonances of past experiences that others have with them, even if unconsciously. These resonances can generate negative reactions based not on current interactions, but on deep-rooted conflicts or prejudices that transcend time and space. For instance, if in a past life, an individual had a negative experience with someone they now recognize as a chosen one, there may be a predisposition to resentment or distrust regardless of that person's current behavior. This dynamic is further complicated by the chosen ones often having missions that involve breaking old patterns and introducing new paradigms, which can be fertile ground for misunderstandings. They may be seen as going against established norms or as threats to the existing order simply because they are aligned with purposes that challenge the conventional. Imagine being part of a progressive movement in a world resistant to change. The resistance you face is not just a product of present circumstances, but also the echo of countless past lives, where similar changes were met with fear, anger, and resistance. You become not only a modern catalyst for change, but also a living symbol of disruption to long-standing karmic patterns. Reason number 8. The power of contrast. Light versus darkness in the spiritual journey. On the spiritual journey, the contrast between light and dark is fundamental to growth and evolution. The chosen ones, by firmly aligning themselves with the light, naturally highlight the darkness around them, leading to resistance and hatred from those who are not yet ready to embrace the light. This dichotomy underscores the importance of the chosen one's spiritual work, often catalyzing both individual and collective transformation. This insight powerfully encapsulates how the dynamics of light and dark operate on the spiritual journey, particularly for those considered chosen ones. Their presence, strongly aligned with the light, not only reflects their virtues but also acts as a beacon that illuminates the dark areas in the environment and in the people around them. The resistance and hatred that the chosen ones face can be understood as a natural reaction of those rooted in patterns of darkness, whether out of fear, ignorance, or attachment to old ways of being. The light brought by the chosen ones challenges these patterns, provoking an instinctive reaction of defense that often manifests itself as antagonism or rejection. However, it is precisely this confrontation between light and darkness that provides opportunities for spiritual growth and evolution. By being targets of negativity, the chosen ones not only have their own strengths and resilience tested and strengthened, but also play a crucial role in provoking reflection, questioning, and potentially transformation in others. Through their existence and actions, the chosen ones serve as catalysts for change, encouraging those around them to re-examine their own lives and choices. This process, though often uncomfortable and challenging, is essential for transcending old limitations and aligning with higher spiritual paths. Thus, even though they face resistance, the role of the chosen ones is fundamental, not only for their spiritual development, but also for the advancement of collective consciousness. So, my friends, we must understand that in most cases, people are not inherently malicious. Rather, they are often struggling with their own demons. You can't remove their pain for them. You can only continue to shine your light. When others behave irrationally or negatively towards you, remember that their actions are not a reflection of your worth, but rather a manifestation of their internal battles. Some people may never like you because your spirit irritates their darkness, but this is not your burden to carry. You are not broken. Your brilliance simply highlights their fractures. In a world that can often be cruel and unforgiving to those who stand out, it's essential to remember that your light is a gift, not a curse. You could cure diseases, solve world hunger, and bring about world peace, and some people still wouldn't like you. This is not about you. It's about them and their unhealed inner turmoil. In a healthy, spiritually aware society, relationships help us stay vigilant against our inner demons. But in most cases, you are not the problem. The negativity you face is a reflection of the inner spirits they haven't yet confronted. Keep your light shining brightly, even when it seems like darkness surrounds you. Know that your presence, your spirit, and your journey are essential for the healing and awakening of not just yourself, but of those around you. And remember, if you are still here, still standing strong in the face of adversity, you are part of the faithful circle of wisdom seekers, and your journey is just as valuable as your destination. Thank you for being part of this community. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your experiences in the comments below. I wish you a life full of abundance, and may you receive generous blessings today. Stay strong, keep shining, and remember, you are never alone on this journey.